Hi, my name is Amy Dragonfly. This is Amy's World. As you know, I've been doing some videos on bipolar and sharing my experiences. I'm hoping that somebody, just one person, watches my videos and feels like they're not alone, that there is somebody else going through what they're going through. I feel like I'm all alone sometimes. Sharing the videos is making me feel better about myself. It's hard to imagine other people going through exactly what we're going through. And I'm hoping that sharing this and my experiences will save somebody, save one person, to share my experience, to know that they're not alone, that they have similar experiences. Everybody's different. Everybody's bipolar is different. Everybody's experiences are different. But to know that somebody else is struggling with the same issues, with the same things. Today, I want to talk about my romantic relationships and feeling alone. I've never not been in a relationship. I've been dating since I was 13 years old. I always had one boyfriend after another. The longest I've been single before this time is 6 months. I have a tendency to meet somebody, fall in love super easy, and moving right in. And relationships last for years. It's not just a few month fling. I have been single for 2 years now, almost to the day. My last relationship was 7 years. I'm a domestic abuse survivor. It was 7 very long years, and I loved him so much. I'm also an addict, and I have hearing impairment. I wear hearing aids in both ears, bilateral hearing aids, hearing loss, as you could probably tell from my lisp. This gentleman or person hurt me more than anybody can hurt anybody in their entire lives. He was mentally and physically abusive. Also used my love for him and stomped all over it. He got in a really bad car accident and broke his neck. He was a big, huge guy, construction guy, and he prided himself on his power. Generally, this guy was a really good person. He just had anger issues, really bad anger issues. He's very narcissistic. Nothing was ever his fault, unless it's something that he literally did. This is very hard for me. I'm infertile and I can't have any kids. And I'm in postmenopause, and my bipolar is changing through that. And me being a drug addict, I was, to hide my symptoms and to manage day-to-day activities in life and everything that goes on in my brain, took advantage of that. He never did drugs or anything like that. He was more of the rescuer. He wanted to rescue me. He picked me up from rehabs, mental hospitals, whatever it took. And, he was the rescuer. And in his warped frame of mind, that if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be alive. If it wasn't for him, I'd be on the streets, yada, yada, yada. So therefore, he had a lot of physical abusive tendencies. The last one where I finally left was when he punched me in the eye, broke my face, and I was almost blinded in my left eye. So therefore, I'm single. I left. I moved 5 states away. I wasn't scared of him chasing me or coming after me, but I was scared to get back together with him, as I did 3 other times. I loved him, and I wanted to make it work. I wanted him, he was arrested. I asked the DA to do court-ordered anger management because he wouldn't get help. And then I obviously moved 5 states away so I wouldn't get back together with him. I did try to get back together with him like an idiot. We did a phone relationship for a little bit. I went home. This was a year later. I went home for Christmas and had lunch with him. And I still loved him so much. So I decided, let's try this again. He did anger management. Make the long story short, he came to visit me. Everything was good. And he became very needy on the phone if I wasn't there when he texted or called. And I was making excuses or doing this, doing that. And finding myself avoiding his calls. And then he was drinking at home 5 states away. And he got that tone in his voice. He wanted to do phone sex. I did not want to. And he had that tone that scared the shit out of me. And I freaked out. He was supposed to fly to visit me the next morning. I told him to cancel the trip and I never want to see him again. If I was going to be that scared 5 states away, then I should not be in a relationship with him. Therefore, 2 years later, I am still single. My bipolar is making it very difficult to have a sustainable relationship. The reason why I gave you the history of my ex, because he always put in my head that he would be the only one that puts up with me. That I would never find anybody that would ever put up with me again. I don't want him to be right. But I'm not doing well at this moment in time. That's why I'm making this video tonight. I'm hoping it'll make me feel a little bit better. I'm very depressed. I am not thinking about suicide, but I'm just sad. I'm very sensitive. I'm crying all the time again, and I'm just trying to do things to distract me from the depressing thoughts. I'm finding out my true friends aren't really my friends. They really think I'm a piece of shit because I'm a recovering addict. And I'm on medications. There's one really good friend of mine that I was trying to have a relationship with. He's no longer a friend because he says that I am good time Amy and that he is better than me because I'm on meds. So I told him not to contact me anymore. I deserve better than that. I've been crying over it for 3 days because I love this guy. I love Easy, I'm not saying I was in love with this guy, but I loved him I'm 47 since I was 22 years old. He and I never had a relationship. It was always in-between relationship type of thing. I knew he didn't feel the same way, so I accepted it. But we've been kind of seeing each other for the past year on and off. We're 5 states away. He's from my hometown. And he said that to me the other night, and it was very hurtful. I never thought he thought those things of me. We were always, he saved me. He saved me when I was homeless once, But again, probably another narcissistic rescuer. And I wasn't, good time Amy anymore. So anyway, I'm single for 2 years and I'm lonely. I'm very lonely. And every time I try to start a relationship with somebody or think I might be interested in somebody, I get all obsessive and I overthink and, I'm a lot of work, and I'm high maintenance because I'm a lot of work. I try not to be. I try to be all cool, but it's just really hard, when your bipolar symptoms are popping up. Lately, I have a lot of depression and anger issues. Very temperamental. I go from 0 to 400 right off the bat in a nanosecond. Usually it takes somebody to say one insulting thing to me or if I'm triggered by something for me to explode like that. But I lose friends. And I talked about that in my previous video, bipolar anger. But it's just really hard to meet new people and sustain, a friendship and possible romantic relationship. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not doing that well in my brain today. I've been crying on and off for days. I had to work today, and I explained to my coworker what happened this past week. I had other situations that's not for the video, just family stuff, and I was just really sad, and I broke down, started crying. I feel like nobody can see past the things I do. I feel like nobody can see past me on the outside and truly see me on the inside. I'm the kind of person that I would do anything for anybody. A friend of mine got shot. I think I mentioned in one of my videos. I dropped everything to help him. I heard the shot, and I was in my own trauma, and it was scary. I thought he was going to die. When he came home from the hospital, I took care of him. He was just a friend of mine. Nobody else would. So I did it at the expense of my mental health and my job. And he got really mean again, said some very insulting thing. I almost lost my job, and I totally was losing it in my brain. So, I did that. So I eliminated his as my true friend. I'm eliminating people, and I'm finding myself left with hardly anybody. I'm known as Good Time Amy and the Psycho Bitch. I try to have a good reputation. My issue is I don't get along with women. I grew up between two brothers, and I hung out with their friends. My boyfriends or my ex-husband, and every relationship that all had guy friends, that, single guy friends or whatever. So I just hung out with men. I don't know how to hang out with women, and that has got me a reputation as a slut, a whore, Good Time Amy, and I don't do that, I don't do any of that. And, so I don't know if I'm gonna actually post this video or not, but if I do and you see it, I don't have any answers. I'm just sharing my story because somebody else could be going through the same thing. Money's so tight. I spent a lot of money this year, and, I just go on shopping sprees online and stuff. As I said in previous videos too, all these are new symptoms for me. I was always like a little above normal. Here's a normal line. I was always up here, or here's a line, or way down here. Just a little bit above and down. Now I'm like way up and way down. And then I crash. This is all new. Since menopause started, all these new symptoms have been popping up. I can't find a therapist. I'm in Florida, and therapists are hard to find. And I need dual diagnosis therapists because of my addiction issues, which, I'm managing. I'll go in that in another video. I'm kind of all over the place, and I do apologize. But I think I'm going to post this anyway because I don't want to just post the good stuff. I want to post when I'm struggling as well. And I'm struggling. I do not want to die. I am not thinking about dying, and I'm reiterating that in case anybody sees this video. I'm just sad and emotional and lonely. But you know what? It's just a wave. It's just a wave, and the wave will end. I'll be on the next wave, hopefully tomorrow or the next day. And, and hopefully I'll be a little even for a little bit. I'm hoping before the next wave starts. The waves are very difficult, especially to have relationships, because they don't know what to expect. My biggest joke is, if you want a relationship with me, you won't be bored, because every day is different. So, anyway, I'm going to end on that. I went a little over what I usually do. I like to do around 10 minutes for a video, because people generally don't have that kind of attention span, especially people like me who have bipolar. So, I apologize again. I know I'm all over the place, and hopefully in my next video I will be a little bit more calmer, and this has helped me as much as I'm hoping it will help you guys. If I could save one person, even if it's myself, if I could save one person, this will all be worth it. So, thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.